Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't trying to go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Peace. Welcome back to another episode of the Urban X Podcast. We are back with you in the building.
In the building.
I'm Malcolm. This is the Black Dot.
Black Dot.
We're glad that you are here with us today.
Yes.
Shouts out to everybody that's on time in the chat.
Yes.
We appreciate you guys for joining us. I seen Houston.
Saw Kentucky.
I saw Cincinnati.
Saw Chicago. Queens.
Jamaica,
Queens.
You said Chicago already?
Chicago in the building.
Hinesville, GA. Okay.
Yes. I see all y'all in the building.
DMV, North Carolina. Thank you guys for joining us.
Wipe your feet when you come in. That's what we talk about.
We appreciate that too.
Yes. Wipe your feet when you come on in.
We appreciate that too. And shouts out to the people who are listening to us right now.
Yes, we need to start showing them a little bit more.
We're going to start giving them extra stuff on the low. Because the YouTube audience is not going to know about it.
Right.
They don't listen.
Because they don't listen.
Right.
Got you.
They don't listen to the Apple and Google podcasts. So we're going to start giving them extra stuff.
Okay, I'm with that. We are a giving bunch.
Facts. And this month shows it.
This month shows it. Yes.
Because we just practically giving our merch away.
Yeah, we're practically, because we doing the math like, guys, we're losing here. I don't know, we might have to stop the podcast. This shit is crazy.
Yeah.
But we, and for the small audience that we do have, that becomes a part of the Urban X Nation, we love you guys, and we try to share.
Yes.
You got something we like, we want to share, we want the world to know about it, or at least our world. Yes? Yes. How was your weekend?
My weekend was really cool. Got to relax. I brought Noble to see his grandma.
That's always a good look.
And she loved it.
Of course. I know how it is. Because I had them the week before.
Yeah.
So, and I'm pretty sure she might have heard about that through the grapevine.
Yeah, so.
And we're not going tit for tat, but she's still like, look.
I mean, because I brought him a new walker. She had to get a new walker.
She had to go double down to get a walker.
So, I think it is beef.
It's war. It's the grandparent war.
Yeah, I think it is beef.
But the Noble is going to benefit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because the love and care that your mother's going to provide, she's going to shower that kid with so much love and energy. He's going to be all right. And you know what we're going to do here? We're going to show him the same love and respect. And he's getting bigger.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
How was your weekend?
Weekend was good, man.
Okay.
Weekend was good. Me and wifey chilled. We've been working these orders and working these orders and orders and orders.
Yeah, if you're watching right now, you see the timer. It's a little under 6 days left, man. Or a little under 7 days,
So whatever decision, whatever you was looking at, you keep your eye on it, but the clock is ticking.
Yeah, because we almost...
Once the sale is over, it's gone.
That's facts. You're not going to get another sale like this for the rest of the year.
I'm not even sure we're doing this next year. One thing I'm good at is math. I'm like, we taking a beating here.
Yeah.
But anywho, Weekend was good. I watched the Gangster Chronicles. We'll talk about that.
Oh yes, okay.
Now real gangsters are snitching on themselves.
Yeah.
This is a fascinating time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
But other than that, everything is pretty good.
All right, man. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So over the weekend, some new information came out about Malcolm X's assassination from somebody who was on their deathbed, and I guess wanted to declare some karma, and before he went to hell, because he's going to hell. But apparently, it was just more proof that the NYPD and the FBI were implicated in, were involved in the assassination of Malcolm X. So a lot of people, because when I saw the news, somebody sent it to me. I'm like, is this new?
Yeah,
because I felt like all last year we were talking about, like, for a good 3 shows in a row, because the documentary came out on Netflix. We were talking about it, and I'm just like, so is this new? Like, so it is new, but it technically isn't. Like, we knew, guys. We knew what the NYPD and FBI, CIA, we knew what their role was in the assassination of Malcolm X. So, a lot of people were up in arms about that. His daughters held a press conference. Did you watch that?
I did.
I watched that.
I watched snippets of it.
Yeah, some of it.
Because when I seen Crumb, he was the one I can't deal with, dude. But go ahead, yeah.
Same. So, but a lot of people, what I like about what's been happening, especially this month, and it came out during Black History Month too.
Yes.
And I think on the day he was assassinated.
Assassinated. They purposely did that. Yes.
Yes. So what I like is when stuff like this happens, old speeches, relevant speeches start to come back up, because people were putting up old speeches about capitalism, about the Democratic Party and things like that, and I thought it was beautiful. So all in all, I wasn't surprised at the news. Like I said, we've always known, but I was kind of what's the word I'm looking for? I was a little confused as to why now that this is coming out.
Yeah, I mean, when someone is on their deathbed, I guess, like you said, he wanted to clear his karma.
Yeah.
I was not surprised at all. Like, I didn't learn anything that I didn't already know. We all knew that the FBI, CIA, NSA, NOI, I said it.
Oh, okay.
Were all involved with this to some capacity. What I didn't understand is now why the Nation of Islam, no disrespect, because I rock with them, why they poking their chests out as if this is the smoking gun that exonerates them.
Yeah.
So I'm a little confused by that. As if to say, look over here, somebody on their deathbed has made an accusation that we can no longer prove, we can't verify, or anything else, exonerates the Nation of Islam and their doings and their participation in Malcolm X's death. All right, now, I want to say this because I want to dream for a minute. This is Black History Month.
Okay.
I feel, and this is just Black Dot, right? Little small audience we have, love we show to each other. The Nation of Islam needs to bring Malcolm X home. The nation, if y'all have no beef with Malcolm, right? And I want to be clear with this. You know how you play for a team for 15 years, y'all have a messy breakup, then you go play for another team for a few years, but when everything clears up, they still, put your name in the Raptors for your contributions to. If there is no beef, then bring Malcolm home. If y'all speak a lot about atonement and forgiveness and all of these things, these attributes which make you the righteous, right? Then Malcolm's mistakes, because he made some, and let's be clear with that. I don't want to, then the ultimate thing would be to put his name on the wall where it belongs. You know what I mean? Here's the ironic thing about the Nation of Islam. They hate Malcolm.
Right, yeah.
They hate Malcolm.
Yeah.
But because the masses of the people love Malcolm, what they do is they constantly remind you who raised Malcolm up.
Yeah.
Right? They go, Elijah Muhammad. Yeah. Without Elijah Muhammad, he wasn't shit.
Right.
Nobody else do that. Whoever taught Martin Luther King, whoever taught Noble Drew Ali, whoever taught Marcus Garvey, whoever, you don't hear constantly, well, this person, that's like me wanting to big up Jay-Z for his great attributes, but I'm constantly reminding you, Jaz-O taught him how to rhyme.
Yeah.
Well, you know, without Jaz-O, he wouldn't rhyme. Imagine hearing that every time you mention Jay-Z's name. It gets a little annoying. Here's another quagmire. The Nation of Islam loves Elijah Muhammad. But the masses of the people don't have that kind of relationship with Elijah Muhammad because he wasn't the one in the streets where we got an intimate, not me because I'm too young, intimate relationship. So it's a real weird double standard that goes on. They hate Malcolm, but they will constantly remind you who is responsible for Malcolm. But Malcolm is a traitor to them, right? So this must be really weird to be around his daughters and embracing his daughters and hugging his daughters, and y'all think Malcolm is a fucking traitor. How weird is and icky is that? That means people are out here fronting. I just want to keep it a buck with y'all, and this ain't got nothing to do. This is not an attack on the Nation of Islam. I'm sitting next to a son of mine named Malcolm. I got another son in the room named Elijah. So you understand how I feel about the contributions of these great men and what they have contributed.
Yeah.
I'm just simply saying, let's call it for what it is.
Didn't you think I went to a Muslim?
Yeah, the learning tree.
Yeah, it's like a Muslim,
and it was a Muslim daycare. Or not daycare.
Pre-K to kindergarten.
Pre-K to kindergarten. Yeah. And because your name was Malcolm, I could tell they didn't like that. I could tell by their energy. Yeah. Right? So I began to understand, you know, Malcolm made some mistakes. You know, he snitched.
Basically, yeah.
Let's keep it a bean. Yeah. Right?
Okay.
And this is my disposition on that. You don't have to reveal truth, but you cannot defend the lie. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay. Black Dot. When you in an organization, in the upper workings of an organization, you see things that should not be divulged to the public under any circumstances. Right? That's how we keep things in-house unless it's something so horrible that it's eating at your spirit that you have to. Now, with that being said, but once that stuff becomes revealed through other means, do not be the one out there defending a lie.
That's real. I understand that.
You understand my principles?
I understand.
So you don't have to be the one to reveal truth, but don't defend lie. And that's what put Malcolm in a weird quagmire. Yeah. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I want my brothers and sisters from the nation to have the same energy when somebody else on their deathbed comes out and reveals who that high-ranking confidential informant, because when all the documentaries, if you notice, they always speak about a high-ranking confidential informant in the nation, but they never tell you who that is. So just have the same energy when somebody on their deathbed doesn't counter what is said here, but adds to the story to ensure you that the Nation of Islam had some doings in what took place. I'm not going to say Elijah Muhammad gave the order to kill Malcolm, or that he even knew. And what I mean by that is because he's sitting at the very top of the pyramid.
And wasn't he was sick?
Yeah, he was a little sickly. But that doesn't mean underlinks looking to make a name for themselves, looking to come up, could not be used. Come on, this is the month of Judas. Yes? Yeah. Could not be used under the guise of other things. We always knew the police department was involved, the FBI and everybody else was in. Just like I never thought Lee Harvey Oswald was the lone gunman who popped JFK's top.
Oh, that's a very likely story.
With the fucking magic bullet and all of this craziness. Yeah. I never thought James Earl Ray went to a warehouse and randomly sat out waiting for Dr. King to come out on the balcony. Yeah. So we all know all of these high-ranking black militant people who have the potential to change lives had somebody near them or got close enough to them to provide information to make the job easy. Right. That's just the way the FBI works. So I say all of that to say, I learned nothing new during this press conference, except maybe the family now can have a lawsuit that goes forward.
That's what I think is about to happen.
Whenever you see Crump, he's a civil rights lawyer. Yeah. It's going to be some money involved. Crump, whatever the hell his name is, him. There's going to be some money involved. Some way, somehow. But that doesn't change the fact that we always said the police, with the help of inside help, don't make it seem like this was an outside job. And it's real funny because they, some members of the nation are parading around the daughters who have said nobody from the nation pulled the trigger. But again, if y'all have no beef with Malcolm, bring him home.
I agree with that.
Roll his name up to the Raptors in his rightful place because he did help build the nation, right?
Yeah.
And if we are about forgiveness, atonement, and like I said, I'm not going to say he was not wrong. Let's be clear on that. I'm not saying that.
Wrong about what?
Wrong about perhaps the way he went about.
Okay.
Dropping that information.
Okay.
Right? But you're not going to tell me this man who y'all all tout a very high integrity, right? Wouldn't Malcolm, even Farrakhan said he wouldn't eat a piece of candy in between meals, was always on time. The autopsy people said he had the cleanest insides they had ever seen. The FBI surveillance said this guy's a monk compared to King. So, and even when they had him on tape trying to convince him to go against the Nation of Islam, he held it down. So you can't tell me a man of this integrity, right?
Yeah.
And so y'all quick to tell me that. So either Elijah Muhammad raised the traitor. Can't have it both ways. He's the product of Elijah, right? But he's also the product from a spiritual essence of Elijah Muhammad and all the work that he did. All right? So if you feel he made a mistake, raise his name to the Raptors. Bring his family in. They don't have to become Muslims if that's not the faith they practice and things of this nature. Bring them home. So that is my message to Minister Farrakhan, which I know he'll never get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thanks.
And for my Nation of Islam brothers and sisters, all due respect, but we can't have it both ways. You know what I mean? You can't tell me the nation had zero to do with that. Tell me that the bulk of it may have came from the FBI, just like against Fred Hampton and Marcus Garvey and Dr. King. It's the same protocol all the way through. And there was a Judas who was close, somebody inside giving information, festering the situation to make it happen. But I did not and will not say Elijah Muhammad ordered Dr. Malcolm dead or knew anything about it. I'm not even going to take it that far. But you're not going to tell me the Nation of Islam had zero to do with it. I don't want to hear no lectures. I don't want to hear none of that. I'm good. And I'm just sharing my opinion on the situation, that this does nothing. This didn't prove anything that we, if we did a little bit of thinking, didn't already know on our own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just want to put that out there and have the same energy when somebody else on their deathbed either counters that story or adds something to the story, so we finally know who that confidential informant, high-ranking confidential informant is or was in the nation during that time, and what information they provided. All organizations have multiple layers to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always funny when somebody from the nation speaks about them just being one of those organizations that cannot be infiltrated. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and that's impossible.
Yeah, especially in that documentary that came out last year when it talked about the people that came into the nation from jail and stuff like that, people who were of low character but changed their lives around. There's some people that...
Dude, some people can't change their lives
I was about
around.
to say that.
They just put on a suit, but their energy is the same as it's always been.
Yeah.
Right? And, so let's be clear with that. Just because you put on a bow tie don't make you a righteous man.
Yeah.
Right? So let's be clear. But that's with all of these organizations. You know what I mean? Whether it's the conscious community or a political or there's always things that go on that we're not proud of. But don't exonerate yourself fully, and then at the same token still call this man a traitor and you hate him. What does the Nation of Islam hate Malcolm for?
What do you mean?
I'm just asking.
Well, somebody made a good point in the chat just now, and apparently we're buffering right now. We're doing our best on our end. We're doing our best on our end to rectify that. But apparently somebody made a good point in the chat that said, well, Malcolm trained a lot of these people to treat the people who went against Elijah Muhammad like an enemy. But the only thing I would say against that is, look how long it's been. There are people who have come into the nation like years, generations after, and still feel that way. So that means it's still being taught.
Absolutely.
After that, it's still being indoctrinated.
And everybody I meet that roll with Elijah Muhammad and his teachings, they all quietly, maybe not publicly, they all will quietly tell you Malcolm is a piece of shit. He's a traitor. He's a Benedict Arnold. Now, publicly, they'll come out, oh, yes, beloved brother, the brother Malcolm, his contributions. I get all that. But quietly, So let's be clear. Raise his name up to the Raptors. Put him where he belongs. And we can have great discussions in the future about the mistakes he made, about the people who taught him and raised him, and things of that nature.
All right.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Sorry about the choppy thing tonight, man. We're connected directly to our Wi-Fi. I don't know what's happening, but we were just talking about the audio podcast. So if you really want to listen to what we just said, you can just go to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. That was just a good segue into that. I don't know.
Yeah, indeed.
So they free Bobby.
They free Bobby Shmurda.
Bobby Shmurda. So that's tough.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, first of all, that time
didn't he kill somebody?
He didn't kill nobody. Who he killed?
Didn't he sell drugs or kill somebody?
No.
So why did he go to jail?
For his gang, it was a RICO.
Oh, so he didn't really do any of these things. His team didn't do any of these things.
Allegedly.
Okay, so we're celebrating him coming home. Why are we really celebrating him? Because he didn't snitch?
I guess. Well, he took extra time for Rowdy.
Okay, that's
what Rowdy got out. Rowdy got out before he did. That was stand up.
That's some stand.
That's stand up. And I don't know. Me personally, and this is me just being completely honest with you. When he went in, and people were just like, "Yo, like New York is gonna be on tilt when he get out." I didn't see why. You know what I'm saying? He had 2 songs I liked. And I'm just kind of like, I'm indifferent to a lot of people. So, but that's dope for him and his family that he's out. That's
absolutely
great on you. But like, I'm just kind of
now, and I'm gonna tell you the reason I asked that question is because now that he's home, what does it mean?
Right.
What does it mean? Did he learn anything when he sat down? In the spirit of Malcolm, Malcolm did all of those things, right? But when Malcolm had a chance to still himself and learn the teachings of Elijah Muhammad through Master Farad Muhammad. By him being still, he was able to receive the message. He came out different. Now, I'm not saying Bobby Shmurda is supposed to come out as Malcolm X or Bobby X. That's not what I'm saying. But will he go back to what he was doing? You know what I'm saying? Back, because shouldn't that be illegal for him to interface with any gangs? Isn't that a violation parole?
I don't think he's on parole. I think he's out.
Oh, okay. So now he could just do what he wants to do. Okay.
That's why, like.
So I'm curious to see in his music, in his action, in his ways.
Oh,
will there be now? Let me be clear. I'm not getting on some holier than thou shit. I'm not saying he should just come out and I'm not
I was about to say
any of that. But I just want to see over the course of his next couple of moves, what did he learn about being incarcerated? What did he learn about his influence on younger people? And all right, so then we shouldn't be.
Listen, he's coming out in one of. He went in, and when he went in, he was at the height of kind of like not the height, but he's coming out on a really different time in Brooklyn, especially Brooklyn music. That Brooklyn trap drill scene is on its at his apex right now, and he's coming out in the middle of that.
Yes.
And he's Bobby Shmurda, and people were just talking about him for how many years he was in. So it's not gonna I don't think you'll see anything.
They said he was locked up for 6 years and 66 days. Young Goldie. Wow, that's interesting.
Listen, you're not gonna see any revolutionary talk. He'll probably. I think he's learned this lesson on who he. Just criminal activity in general. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I'm not going to be around anybody who's doing that because what you're doing could get me knocked, and that's not going to happen again. It just happened to Casanova.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't think you're going to see any of that. But as far as like content and music, it's going to be worse.
Okay. All right.
And he did jail time. Like, it's going to be worse.
Okay. Yeah. I just want to watch. I'm glad he's home. Shout out to Bobby Shmurda and his family. Sometimes the time away to sit down can benefit you, but if you hit the ground running on the same chaotic, I'm just curious to see where this goes.
That's a good question, though.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Somebody said, "Shut up, Dak," because I guess you was wanting him to be righteous when he got out.
No, not at all. No, I don't expect him to turn into Bobby Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? Smurder X, anything like that. I'm just asking.
So, in more news that we've already known, if you guys remember the Elijah Mccain case, the kid who was, I don't remember what his condition was, but
he had
I think he was autistic.
He was autistic, if memory serves me correct. Yeah.
Yeah, and the cops arrested him, and then he ended up dying. So an independent investigation happened, and the report came out on Monday today, and it said that the officers involved in Elijah's death didn't have the legal basis to stop, frisk, or restrain him, which ultimately led to his death. So that's we watched a lot of people watched the video, and you saw that these cops were messing with this kid for no reason. So there wasn't like anything new came out of this investigation. So hopefully this mother can have some kind of
absolutely
retribution as a result of this.
Absolutely, because that was just obviously wrong what they did to her child, and I'm hoping she can receive some kind of retribution, as you said.
So shouts out to that mother, because I'm sure she was mad that the story that was coming around, they were naming the son as a suspect, and she just says, and I quote, "My son's name is clear now. He was no longer labeled a suspect. He was actually a victim."
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And that has to be a crazy thing, man, when how your loved one died, and the way the news is framing it, the way the newspapers talk about it, you just like,
it happens all the time. You don't have no criminal record, not that I know of, right?
No, I don't.
So, but if something was to happen to you, they would try to find something to paint you in a light that says that the police, they didn't know because, when Malcolm was in the 7th grade, he hopped the train. Anybody's statistics say if you hop the train, you were liable to do this and that. They find these little twists in it. So big up to him and, his moms.
Yeah.
And I hope that they can, it's not going to bring him back, but I hope they can get some sense of justice.
Definitely.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Do we care about Kim and Kanye getting divorced? Do we care?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, but they're going to blame Kanye.
Yeah, they are.
Even though Kim has had, 7 marriages? Maybe?
I think it's a 3rd, 4th.
4, 5, 6. They're going to blame him. Trust me.
Yeah.
Her clique is going to blame him. It's his fault.
And right in time for the show.
Oh, yeah.
Right
absolutely.
I don't know how they do it.
Oh, they're masters.
I don't know how they do it. It's amazing.
Those is witches. They're not. Their sorcery is next level. Kanye's been very quiet lately. Yeah. I hope that means he's working on music. Because the only language I like to speak and listen to Kanye is music. Always stand in the last project or two. I'm just talking about his overall body of work.
Yeah.
If he has quiet time to be creative, I think he will present an offering that helps move this thing along. That's just how Kanye, he's a mover and shaker. And everything he touches turns to some form of gold, whether it's dirty, beat-up clothing that he can sell to you for crazy prices. He bagged one of the hottest chicks in the game at the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so See, now you pissing me off. All right, because that's foul.
Wait.
Why you holding her history against her, Malcolm?
I'm not. Go
Why
ahead.
you holding her body
Go
count
ahead.
against her?
I'm
Malcolm?
not. Go ahead.
So how do you feel about Laura Harvey and my mans?
Laura, well, you don't know anything about. I don't know anything about them.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't know anything about them. So the fact that, and I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but the fact that so many rappers and celebrities get with her tells me this. What it says to me.
To my
Look,
Lord.
look, I'm gonna tell you what it says to me. That not all of them hit.
Okay.
So all of them are trying to. You know what I'm saying? That's what all of them are
Could
trying.
be.
That's what I think. I don't know.
Could be. Or could
That's what it says to me.
Could be.
Because when you see so many people in the same industry, like back to back like that, it just means
But a lot of time they pass these girls around.
Yeah,
too.
but
and then you get caught holding the bag.
True.
Talking about I love you and shit. Love.
Yeah.
Nigga, don't you know what I just did to her 6 months ago, nigga?
Yeah.
It was gruesome.
Yeah, I don't think
so you know, but you know, back to the Kanye and Kim situation.
Yeah.
How many kids they have? 3?
I think so. Yeah.
At least 3 children. I haven't heard anything crazy about them.
I think,
And I like to keep that in perspective.
I think she had these divorce papers written the first, like I would say, the last episode he had, the last mental episode he had on Twitter. I think she had it ready. Oh, probably even before that, but she didn't want to divorce him while he was going through it.
Right, because it looked bad on her.
It looked bad on her, so she got an image. So she was probably just like, okay.
And from what I understand, the money is. They good on the money side. Like,
Yeah.
she's not going to get nothing.
Yeah.
And he's not going to get nothing. I think she's worth more than him.
Yeah, I'm about to say, he'll be trying to take her money.
Yeah. So, in that sense. So, I mean, relationship don't last forever. We wish it did, but,
That's not.
Yeah.
So, we'll take a quick commercial break.
Yes, let's take a quick commercial break.
And we shall return.
And we shall return.
Yeah, fuck the shit, flip the script and get it right. Rewrite history, so this time we may get it right. Take the jewels from our elders, rock them and wear them tight. Apply it to your life, and so you're not blinded of your sight. It's taken by the white man, cause as blacks we fight. And we taught that we angry and mad, just out of spite. But we too grumpy black men, tired of the lies given to the kid in their lifetime. Real eyes, realize, never fly by me, by we the people, how are we? If we treat it like the dirt beneath our feet, why we trees waiting to grow up, filled with knowledge, but whoever show us, the names is Bobby Shmurda on the seat. We'll bring your mind and show you things you thought you never see. Just be open-minded, take a listen and you will see just how much truth and knowledge a black man can really speak.
Leslie O Voiceover's album collaborations are intros, interludes, spoken word, and skits, customized to enhance the story the artist tells on their albums.
He's even madder.
Goddamn
Mr.
right.
Producer, why are you so mad?
Yo, I'ma keep it real simple for you.
They ain't gotta like you as long as the hood love you.
Man, have you seen that chick Cece lately? She's straight hoeing out here in these streets. We started.
Make it look like one turned on the others than himself. Come right back. You can do that, you get 25 grand.
Voiceover on all the music.
The Ludes mixtape is a portfolio of remixed inspiration.
Leslie O Voice album collaborations and voice tags for artists, producers, and DJs.
Text me 903-246-4080.
Apparel Theater with me, Oba. 30 plus episodes on Spiritualism is now available on Vimeo and demand. Topics include spiritual cleansing, how to build your first Boveda, succubus and incubus, witches, warlocks, and many, many more. Browse the OMIDINA Productions Vimeo page and learn at your own pace. All lectures are available to buy and rent. And once a month, participate in an exclusive live Q&As Brought to you by OMIDINA Productions and hosted by myself, Obadiah. Visit OMIDINA.com for details. See you soon.
And we're back.
And we are back.
Shouts out to those black-owned businesses.
Yes.
Don't forget to support them during Black History Month. It's almost over.
Yes.
It's almost over, but don't forget to support those businesses.
And if you would like to advertise with us,
yes,
sales at
yes, you can email sales@urbanx.nyc.
That's sales@urbanx.nyc. Get on our calendar. We have a small vetting process that we go through, and from there, if you're approved, because it's like Section 8. You don't know when we're going to approve you.
That's fact.
For your new apartment.
That's fact.
Just be ready to move, baby, when the opportunity presents itself.
I think some people would be surprised that we actually vet what the hell.
Yeah. We can't just have anybody up here talking anything.
Facts.
No, we can't do that. We won't do that.
Yeah.
No. So what else is on the docket on this Monday?
So
shout out my man Dante.
So on Twitter, I saw CPAC. It's a conservative conference that happens every year, and Donald Trump speaks there. Like a bunch of people on the conservative Republican space speak there.
Speak at this conference.
Speak at the conference.
Okay.
And Young Pharaoh was supposed to be a speaker at the conference, but they canceled his appearance because apparently he said some anti-Semitic comments.
Ooh, what did he say?
He said that from his explanation on Twitter, he said Judaism, he doesn't believe the validity in Judaism, and he's willing to bet $50,000 on himself to debate any top rabbi on it.
Ooh, he's doing hate.
Yeah, and the irony is that the theme of this year's conference is like uncancelable America, like uncancel, like something like that.
So meaning we are providing platforms for you to say whatever you want to say. You can't be canceled here,
basically.
And then they canceled.
And they canceled him. Yeah.
Wow. So what does that mean for Young Pharaoh, who's been a little quiet lately?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's working on his music and other stuff he has going on. Is he a target now?
Target for who?
For the we can't say because we'll get canceled. For the real estate agents.
Yeah. Probably. No. Maybe because I've seen him. They wrote an article on him on News One. He was on Twitter about it. Like the CPAC was trending about it. So
wow.
He probably is. Because right now we're in that space where we're unknown. You know what I'm saying? To the masses of people, right? True. That probably,
we laying in a cut.
Right. Yeah. That probably did him a disservice because now probably more people hear the name and go on YouTube, probably flag his videos, something crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because people can do that.
Yeah.
They have the ability. So we want to send some good energy out to Young Pharaoh. You know what I mean? In hopes that this doesn't stop him from bringing that truth. And if he feels that confident that he can prove it, then somebody should just take his $50,000. I don't see what the problem is. Take his $50,000 and tell him to go sit down because, so that's interesting.
Yeah. And also, when it comes to, we talked about that anti-Semitic label. Once it's on you,
it's a wrap. You can't shake that.
Because then they'll, other platforms like to follow suit when it comes to us banning you and things like that. So it gets tricky.
It does get tricky, but it once again shows that we don't own anything.
Yeah.
And that even in our quest to become free, we still have limitations on what it is that we can and cannot do, especially on these public platforms.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Facts. So we need to think about that as we move forward in the future about how we can always have a platform to speak our piece. So we need young techies. Red Pill and Blue Pill are always putting the signal out there for our techies, our blurs, to help create platforms for us, by us, that we can express who we are collectively.
Yeah, so when it comes to stuff
shout
like that...
Shout out to Red Pill and Blue Pill.
Yeah, shout out to Red Pill and Blue Pill. When it comes to that, right, like I said, I said this before, we are impatient when it comes to platforms like that, because when a platform comes out, we wanted to have everything that Twitter has, Facebook has, things like that. When those platforms came up, before it even hit the masses, they didn't have half of the features that they have now.
And
right?
we the one who breathed life
yes.
into those platforms, so we could do the same for a young entrepreneur. Yes.
Now, when it gets tricky is when it
goes public.
Yes, paying for this stuff, right?
Yes.
Because Twitter and Facebook, they should be paid for apps, but because they're free, what's being sold? We're being sold.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
To advertising companies like that. And once advertising companies are the ones paying your bills as that tech company, then you kind of have to abide by what they need.
So there's no freedom.
So there's no freedom. And
so it kills
the same
whole
thing happens.
And it's a vicious cycle
right.
that comes back around to you not having no freedom to say the things you want to say.
Right.
So we have to think about all of these things. Because you can't just create a platform unless the people are willing to pay for that. Mm-hmm. Like a Patreon or something.
Right.
Where the people go, I'm willing to pay because I don't want to have no interference. I don't want you selling me something. I don't want my information being sold to somebody who want to sell me hats and all of this kind of stuff. So we have to understand that because we don't have the affordability, don't even know if that's a word, to allow to play the game that these people can play, because everything is for sale for Zuckerberg. Yeah. Everything is for sale for them. You know what I mean?
They're not making businesses to say this is a white-owned business and we're trying to have it for our community. They're making businesses to get to $1 billion valuation and sell it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, again, we're at a disadvantage when it comes to... we're at the disadvantage not even to the platforms themselves, but to the advertising companies.
No, absolutely.
That's what they follow the rules by.
Absolutely.
That's what make the rules.
And then what advertising company wants to get behind anti-Semitic message?
Yeah.
I don't want Coca-Cola associated with this message. Yep. So it becomes a tangle web that we weave.
Yeah. Somebody... I am Whole East said you need capital, server, and cloud space. That's a fact.
That is a fact.
That is a fact.
That is a fact. And then we have to be able to
long capital.
Because as the platform grows, things of that nature. And speaking of building up a business to sell a business, Jay-Z just sold
50%.
50% of
Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades.
Yeah.
So Malcolm, what do you think about that?
What did I think about that? One, this has nothing to do with Jay-Z, but I'm seeing a lot of people just sell big chunks of their businesses or their music catalogs. So that goes into another conversation about crypto, like what's to come when it comes to money. So that's one thing. And he's just the latest like big name to do it. When it came to Ace of Spades, I didn't drink Ace of Spades, so
I couldn't afford Ace of Spades. So
like I didn't,
that's above my pay grade.
Like I had it once, and I thought it was disgusting.
Like if we got to the club, we'd all have to chip in, for like one bottle. It's $500 for the bottle.
Yeah.
Hold on, ma'am, hold on.
Yeah, you can't be scrounging
We're
around.
Getting the money together
in the middle of the club, man. That's not. Yeah, and then play about that.
And then we all hugging the bottle and shit. We taking photos with that one bottle because we cannot afford another bottle.
Yeah, there's nothing play about that.
Yeah. So he sold half his company.
So he sold half of it to like Moet. I forgot. It's a big
Hennessy / Moet.
Yeah, it's the big umbrella, like the parent company when it comes to that. So I remember on that What's Free track he did with Meek on Championships, he was talking about how Ace of Spades, like that's 100% him.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. So.
And Tidal, he only owns 33% of that. He sold 66% of that to Sprint.
Yes.
If memory serves me correct.
I think he did. Or he's working on that. No, he did. He did. That happened. Yeah, that happened.
That happened.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, businesses, a lot of business owners, more than you think, they create companies, try to build them up to sell them. And that be their only goal. Like they're really not in there for the long run.
Right. Jay-Z is a businessman, right? Yeah. So is it our fault that we put too much expectations on our so-called heroes?
He does that to himself.
From our hood. Yeah, because he tries to toggle.
Yeah.
And now he's making himself like, he's doing this for the culture. What culture?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you say you're doing this for the culture, what culture? And is alcohol of any sort, what's going to empower the people. Because along that, he also made, because I didn't see the interview he did. Choke No Joke, shout out Choke, was highlighting a few pieces of it. And then he talked about, they asked him what he's going to do for the community or something, and he went right into his weed business. So I'm like trying to say, are we putting too much expectation on athletes and rappers? I never did. This is why I'm able to go at them and see them for what they were, because any relation or connection, Jay-Z is as popular as Dr. King and Malcolm, and may have more influence on today's youth, but that's where the comparisons should stop.
Yeah, there's some people that need to hear that.
Yeah, they stop with this. Jay-Z is the Malcolm X of today. And
some people need to hear that.
Please stop. Let's not do that. If you're telling me he's as popular and influential, and what he chooses to do with that influence, because it's real clever. He sold drugs, and then he rapped about selling drugs.
Yep.
And now he's legally selling drugs.
That's tough.
That shit is gangster.
That's tough.
Now he's legally selling the shit that he was, So I think that's and I don't want to put too much into that in reference to it's a business deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I think we put too much emphasis on these black athletes and rappers for them to be somebody that they're not.
Yeah, it's our fault on how we understand the way businesses work too. Like, one of my friends built up, he's building like a really, really, really profitable business, and he was just like, and I'm thinking, because he has his name on it, that he's in it for his kids. He was like, nah, he said, once I get it to the point I can sell and I get a good number, I'm out.
Yeah.
So I can go to the next thing. And that's how a lot of business people think.
Right. See, if it's your baby, that may be a little bit different.
Right.
But if it's something, because you building it up, somebody sees value in it, you sell it and you move on, especially if you have 1,001 ideas where you can start up something different. So and somebody also mentioned in the chat that he could be strapped for a little bit of cash because of the corona situation,
and a lot of his money was in the Rock Nation,
which is touring
and stuff.
So
like
a lot
that.
of that stuff just didn't go well.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, because nobody was touring. So I'm pretty sure he took a hit, because Ace of Spades, you got to be in the clubs.
Yeah, that's fact.
Got to be in the clubs to pop bottles, and you got to be in the club to perform and sell merchandise and build up your name. So this could be a move, that shores up some cash for Jay-Z and his family, and I guess that could be it. Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Did you see that video of the kid going at Cam Newton at the 707 camp?
I did. This was Cam Newton's camp.
Yeah.
And irregardless of what you think of Cam Newton at this present moment, he was a league MVP. He took a team to the Super Bowl.
Won a Heisman in college. And a national championship. So his resume speaks for itself. So the fact that this young kid was calling him ass, you ass, son, shows that we live in a society where there's no filter and zero respect. And short thinking. A lot of short-term thinking. Like, he saw the moment, he saw his friends laughing, he saw, I can be the one talking smack to Cam Newton and
it'll get me some likes.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So he's not thinking like, okay, if I want to be what he is currently, he's at the highest level.
Right. The only thing he didn't do was win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But he was damn close.
Why would I try to get on his bad side? Why would I not want to get under his wing, like, even learn from him? He's right here in front of me. You know what
absolutely.
I'm saying? So I just thought that was whack. But he issued an apology,
as he should have.
Yeah.
As he should have. You know what I mean? Once he realized that moment was a fleeting moment.
Yeah.
Your friends laugh, but real adults can come here, man. Show that man some respect.
Yeah.
For what he did in his craft. You know what I mean? Side note: I saw Beyonce's mother pull out a long tweet to Jay-Z about how incredible this deal is and how incredible it is that he provided platforms for entertainment for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was a little weird.
Oh, well, because, again, how we raise our entertainers up as activists and things like that, and vice versa.
Right.
It was kind of tone deaf in how she, like I said, she likens him to somebody who's doing this for the people, or somebody who's even putting some black singers in front for the Super Bowl is actually doing really anything for black people.
Right, and black poets and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, just wanted to add that to the story.
Yeah, I understand.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
Yo, you showed me something crazy today, right? You showed me a video of this black doctor.
Dr. Alim.
Right? And he was talking about what the vaccine is and what it does. And then somebody in the video, I guess somebody was interviewing him.
Yes.
Said something about a zombie protocol being on the CDC website. Now, Malcolm is a natural skeptic. I'm a natural skeptic. I'm like, hell no. I typed it in and it's on the CDC website.
Yes. Giving you the zombie protocol.
And then like they tried to mask it as a joke in it, but not really.
But why would it be on the CDC website? On the
CDC, like CDC.gov website.
Yes. In case of a zombie, go ahead, read some of the shit.
Hold on, let me get that for you guys, because I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. And what he explained is in the vaccine, bro. The nanoparticles interfacing with the carbon and how it interfaces, it needs the baby fetuses, which is alive, to be the bridge between the carbon and the nanoparticles, turning you into a zombie. And all of that's on the Moderna website when they begin to break down what is in the vaccine. Because I'm not even sure the Moderna website calls it a vaccine. They use some kind of weird name.
Like programming?
Yeah, some programming something artificial nanobytes or something to the effect. And they have to give you the shots in implements because one part wakes up something and then the other part activates another piece.
A different protein.
Bro, this is...
Yeah, so it's
this is scary stuff.
I put the link in the chat. Zombie preparedness. It said, wonder why zombie apocalypse and zombie preparedness continue to live and walk on the CDC website. As it turns out, what first began as a tongue-in-cheek campaign to engage new audiences with preparedness messages has proven a very effective platform. We continue to reach a wide variety of audiences on all hazards preparedness via zombie preparedness, and it has like novels and guides and stuff and how to
and don't forget Will Smith movie was based on this year.
Yeah, it was, right?
Yeah, I Am Legend.
Oh yeah, damn.
It was based on this year. After people took the vaccine and it turned them into zombies. You can't make this stuff up. So at the beginning of this, when the conspiracy theorists were way out in front, pulling out their shoulder, saying the 5G technology is connected to the vaccine, people laughed and said, y'all taking it too far, y'all reaching. And here we are when you understand what a nanoparticle is. And the purpose of a nanoparticle and what can activate. And at the same time, Elon Musk was putting 1,000 satellites up into space at the same time. So all of these things will happen simultaneously, and we have to begin to wonder why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, Malcolm, I'm just going to keep it a beam with you. If you start exemplifying characteristics,
I didn't take the vaccine
of a zombie. Just if you do,
I'm not taking that.
I'm gonna have to put one in your head, son. Quick. I'm not fucking around. I'm not saying that's my son. The minute you start drooling from the mouth, I'm putting two in your head.
That's crazy.
Quick.
Or if I was waking up from a nap or something and I'm drooling.
Well, you better identify yourself quick, nigga. You better let me know. I've seen enough movies. I'm not going to get my emotions involved. Nigga, last week you ran over me with a car.
What?
Last week the scenario was...
Oh, right. Yes, it's true.
What if you hit me with a car?
Yeah.
And I make eye contact with you right before you hit me. Now I'm on the fucking hood of the car. That's worse. At least the 2 shots to the head will be quick. Bam, bam. Done.
Oh, man.
And then I will move on. And we will have memories that you were here.
Would you sell the Urban X podcast?
Would I sell the Urban X podcast?
Would you guys want to listen to the Urban X podcast if we weren't doing it?
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the Urban X podcast.
It wouldn't be the same, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't be the same. Some corny dudes up here. Welcome to the Urban X podcast with father and son.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha. It wouldn't be the same. No, we're not selling.
All right, cool. Just making sure.
Now we in business forever.
Just making sure.
Yep.
You are tuned into the sounds of
Now.
Urban X.
Oh boy. Go ahead.
If you offer me some, just you sweetening the pot, when all of a sudden I'm on a bigger platform and I got my cigars now, I can afford Ace of Spades.
Okay.
I'm popping bottles on y'all. Yeah.
Ace of Spades is nasty, man.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I've never had it. Can somebody have Jay-Z send us a few complimentary bottles of Ace of Spades? Okay.
He hate you.
Why would Jay-Z hate me?
He hate you. You've been dogging him for years.
I have not been dogging Jay.
Years.
I think I have been very fair with Jay-Z. I haven't been one-sided.
That's not what Rick Judah would say.
Huh?
Rick Judah said you hate him.
Rick Judah think I hate everybody. Shout out to Rick Judah. No, I think over the years I've been very fair to Jay-Z. When he does something amazing, I'm like, that's amazing. Mm-hmm. But when he does something that I feel he should be held accountable for, it's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
With great power is great responsibility.
I agree.
Spider-Man. That's where I got the quote from. I walked out the theater after watching Spider-Man. Like, oh, that was deep, son. Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
So there's this Columbia professor. What's his name? I'm gonna get his name. Want to get his name because this is kind of wild.
Somebody said, yeah, Malcolm, but you did take that test up your nose.
Yeah. I had to go see my baby get born, man.
Yeah, that's what they all say. Yeah.
So there's a Columbia professor, Carl Hart, who said he regularly does heroin for his work-life balance.
Okay, what's wrong with that? I'm trying to do heroin on the show right now. I told you when we get to show 200, I want to do a little bit of... No, okay, on a serious tip. Why is that even news? What these people do in their private life.
Okay. So there's certain drugs that like we kind of just you smoke,
dude,
do cocaine,
wait a minute.
But heroin.
What's the difference? All the rappers have made the lean scissor like regular shit.
Matter of fact, I was just watching this dude on the crack documentary on Netflix.
The same dude?
The same dude, yeah. And then I see it, I was like, yo, what the hell?
Yeah. So what difference? What drug it is? It's a drug.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Some people be like, do a couple of lines before they get out. All in Hollywood, they all on coke. Yeah. Right. So if you work one of them jobs where you need to be up 15, 16 hours, I just watched the Wendy Williams documentary a few weeks ago. She stayed on cocaine.
Yeah.
So
I mean, right.
Yeah, I guess, so it's just that heroin. You think that's like old school?
That's first of all, who's selling you? Who's selling you that?
Smack. They call it smack, dude. It's out there. You can get it, especially in New York. Is he in New York?
Yeah, in Columbia.
You can get anything you want, but you step right outside, and his people will sell you any
guy. That bugged me out.
That's his drug of choice.
Bugged me out. I'm not gonna hold you.
You know what I mean? So he wraps up, comes out. Now I remember in the first grade, I had 2 teachers. Mm-hmm. And they were on heroin, and I would watch them because I know it. My mother was on heroin. Mm-hmm. I know the smell. I know the look. They would come in the morning in first grade, 2 teachers, and once they got the class settled down, they would go into the bathroom one at a time, and they would come back and they would be fucked up the rest of the day. We wouldn't do nothing. They would even sneak us out of the building and take us to the park. Shout out to those teachers.
That's ill.
Yeah, they were on heroin. And at least he's keeping in the beam with you. I'm not promoting. Dude, you do what you want to do with your life.
Fact.
Do you know sugar is more addictive than cocaine?
I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, then. So it's people on sugar. It's people on salt. It's people on all kind of shit. His drug of choice is heroin. What is he teaching?
What does he teach? Hold on.
Is he teaching chemistry? Because he can make his
own. He teaches psychology of neuroscience.
Oh, so he's getting into the brain.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what's his name?
Carl Hart, 54 years old, married, father of 3.
And I'm pretty sure his family knows he does heroin.
I guess. I hope so.
Yeah.
It probably, There's like I've heard of super smart people needing drugs though to kind of slow things down because their mind moves too quick.
Listen, you'll be surprised what you need to get you through. Because I used to smoke weed all day, every day. All day, every day. That's all I did is smoke weed. And I felt I needed it. Come to find out I didn't, obviously. But you'd be surprised. The creative process was through the roof. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I'm sure.
So when these guys go to the studio, this is how. Listen, let's talk magic for a minute. Let's talk. How this shit works. This alchemy. These guys are going to the studio in real time. They're getting high. They put the track on, and whatever they record is a go. Right?
Yeah.
They come in. That's a go. And when you hear it. Remember, I told you in the book Urban Culture Decoded, you have to match the vibratory frequency, which means when you're in the club, they're making music not for straight people coming from work. You got a son, they're not making music for you. They're making music for the people who are on that same frequency. So when the shit come on in the club, they all synchronize at the same time, and the shit sounds amazing.
That's why some songs sound better in the club.
Right?
And you
right?
drunk or something.
Right. Just like if you walk into a club and it sounds loud because everybody is already in that mix, and then by the time you get a few drinks, you don't know how loud you have become.
Yeah.
They make their music in the state that they want to be in when they hear their music. And that's why their shit sounds the way it does.
Yeah.
When I go to the booth, I'm making, shit from the 80s. And then niggas hear my shit and be like, shit's corny, son.
It is 2021.
It's 2021, son. Them bars ain't hitting no more. So you understand?
Yeah.
And they couldn't even replicate it again because the space they were in when they were created it was simultaneous. Right? That's what creation is. Creation ain't always you practice what you're going to say, then get in the booth and say it the same way you practice. That's one formula. Another formula is chaos magic. And that's when you go to the booth, you don't know what's going to come out. You go in, you pop off. And I had an engineer who used to work with Jim Jones. And he told me that nigga would sit on the couch like this and then get in the booth and pop off. And then they go they be like, nah, leave that. That's a part of his essence. So every artist has a way in which they draw on their creativity. Yeah. Right? So Lil Wayne couldn't have gave you them fire tracks if he wasn't in the state he was. True. You can take it or you can leave it. True. Now Jay-Z is a whole different animal altogether. Because what Jay-Z does is while he's sitting around having conversations with you, he's writing in his mind. I do it as well. That's why I've never ever had a piece of paper sitting down writing. I've never pulled out a BlackBerry because I have the ability to sit here, you know what I'm saying, and write in my mind. And then he'll go to the booth and go like, yo, play that again. Play it one more time and spit some ill shit, and y'all calling this nigga the greatest who ever did it. I understand that process. From him sitting on the corner selling drugs with nothing but free time on his hand, him able to put little 4 bars together, because I call it the A to Z method. I write from A to B and then from B to C. And then when I get from C to D, I no longer have to recite A and B. I recite from C to D. And then I recite from D to E. And then I recite and I create it. Then when I get to the booth, I know where to breathe. I know where the accents come. I know where the drops come. So I get to the booth and I blow niggas out of the booth.
You guys saw it when we did the
when I just did my Tall, Dark, and Handsome, paying homage to my man. I went in one take and the room was clouded with weed and smoke and all of that stuff. And I was able to go into the booth with one take and get that done. I did the Walk With Me album, which is available on iTunes. Spotify, came out 2011. I did that album in 3 days. The entire album. I walked into the booth on Saturday, and by Monday, every single lyric, every single bar, every single hook, and You bear witness. People will bear witness.
Yeah.
Never pulled out a pen or pad.
It was impressive.
Dropped it. Yeah,
It was impressive.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I used to do.
I will admit.
Like right now, I'm working on some people sent me some tracks, and I'm working as I'm talking to your goofy ass. I'm here writing in my mind, so that's how I went all around the block to say, heroin is good for you. Do heroin, you know.
All right. That's funny.
Want to take a break?
Yeah, we'll take a quick commercial break.
We'll take a quick commercial break.
Yo, what's good, everybody? I'm your guy, Terrius.
I'm D. Morris, man.
And this is the Rhythm and Views Show. Both doing the Stunt of Shades.
Let me get my autograph. You want the autograph now?
Well, no, we ain't got to go that far.
Bang.
It is. Bang.
Shot.
We got Donnie Hathaway.
Donnie Hathaway. Gladys night.
Let's talk about Gladys, man.
Teddy
Pendergrass.
You know.
Hey, y'all gonna see why they call him D. Morris.
What's happening? We're off the rails.
What I suck, I can't get jiggy with this shit. And what we gonna do?
Catch you on the B-side.
Yeah.
Hello, wealthy family. This is Ascending Infinite Goddess Shanell, and I just wanted to come and connect with you, share some of my time and energy with you, and let you know that despite what you may be feeling during this spiritual journey, you are not alone. I know it may feel like you're going crazy because that's how I felt at the beginning too, but know that you have your entire spirit team, your ancestors, your angels, your higher divine self, just waiting to connect with you. So if you're looking for confirmation or you're looking for some answers, you're looking for someone that can help you on this spiritual journey path, visit my website, www.ascendinginfinitegoddess, and let's grow together. I'm here to help you. Thank you for sharing some time with me, wealthy family.
At Audios, our engineers have created a breakthrough in wireless loudspeakers. We developed a new way to experience sound. Audios, the future of loudspeakers.
Hi, I'm Eric Young, the co-founder and CEO of Audios, and we're building the first fully wireless loudspeakers for venues and event spaces. With Audios, all you have to do is place the speakers where you want them and press the power button. The speakers automatically build their own wireless network, connect to each other, and start streaming. That means you have 0 cables and 0 cable replacements. A 300-person event that would take 1 hour to set up only takes 10 minutes with Audios. Our wireless speaker doesn't need Bluetooth or Wi-Fi router and has 2 patents granted. To learn more, go to republic.co/audios. For a limited time only, anyone can invest and become a part owner.
And we're back.
We are back in the building.
Shouts out to you guys that are watching us right now. Shouts out to you guys who are listening. And shouts out to those businesses.
Yeah, Rhythm and Views, Shanell, all these companies ready to do that thing.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? We appreciate your support. And we need to show support for these companies. We keep saying it, but it's true. It's how we truly feel about it. It's our little way of trying to give back.
Yeah,
and highlight.
And we really take this part seriously. That's why, like we said, we vet the businesses because we're trying to put the company's best foot forward. And you could ask the people who advertise with us if their commercial stuff is really not up to par. It doesn't showcase what they do. We send it back.
Right, and say, listen, add this, add some of that, tweak this and tweak that, because we want to show you in the best light.
Yeah.
And, and of course, Audios. You know what I'm saying? They rocking big time. If you want to advertise with us, go to sales
at urbanx.nyc.
And, fill out our questionnaire.
We got that.
We got the questionnaire for you. And if your business fits what it is that we do, then we'd like to create a bond and get something done. Where our small audience, as small as it is, we love them and we support each other. You know what I mean? So
facts. And I told you I want to use audio speakers for our live podcast.
That's gonna be crazy.
And I mean like because we do it live here, but I mean like
when we take this on the road.
On the road, yeah.
Yes. We want to be there. We'll set this up in 10 minutes. Boop,
exactly.
Boop, boop. Bam, and we in business. That's gonna be a game changer.
That is.
That's gonna be a super game changer.
Side note: did you ever watch Sherlock Holmes or read the books?
I did.
He was a heroin user.
Oh, he was.
Yeah,
my nigga.
Yeah, because he was so and again he was so smart and his brain moved.
You know who I always thought was on heroin? Columbo.
Really?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
He'd always talk like this. Okay, 1 minute you say you were there, and then. But that just didn't sit well with me. That nigga look like he was on heroin.
Yeah.
Half the time. Older people know who Columbo is. You know what I mean? Because he always dragged and...
I watched a couple episodes.
He couldn't figure that shit out until the end of the show. Wait a minute. I finally figured this shit out. Yeah, Columbo. I used to watch Kojak.
I don't know what that is.
Who Loves Your Baby? He used to suck a lollipop and shit. Had a bald head. Columbo.
I don't know who that is.
Anybody know who Columbo is in the chat? Columbo? Got to be 45, 50 years old. Starsky and Hutch. Yes.
I know Starsky and Hutch.
Beretta. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
Oh, that's where that comes from?
Yeah. Don't do the crime if you can't
I didn't know that.
do the time.
I didn't know that. No. Didn't know that.
Okay. I'm showing my age tonight.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So I just wanted to point something out. Joe Biden has authorized that the Wuhan Institute of Virology receive funding from American taxpayers to 2022.
So now we're funding Wuhan.
Yes. Now,
okay, there's a lot going on with this. It's a tangled web they weave.
Oh, it is intricate.
It's very intricate because it's Wuhan, they're able to bypass some laws that are set up here when it comes to viruses, and patents, and things of that nature. They can't do that here, but if it's in an offshore and they put a whole bunch of filtered names to cover up the tracks, they're able to do that, and that's how the Kung Flu got here. According to Trump.
Yeah, somebody else sent us a video of this. I guess he was a pastor, or he works in a church in Texas, and he was saying that what's happening in Texas, like what we're seeing, is happening. Like there are families without heat. There are families whose houses were damaged due to the snow and things like that, and not having heat and electricity and stuff like that. But he was saying that at the rate that the news is talking about it, is not happening like that. It's not happening.
Yeah, you can't listen to the news for anything,
right? And he said that the reason why the news is promoting it like it is because Ted Cruz is a Trump. He was a Trump guy, and the governor was a Trump supporter as well.
And the governor kept
everything open.
During these times.
Remember I said I was like
when everybody else was closing.
Yeah.
You know, they kept everything open, which helped those businesses survive and thrive. And those churches stayed open, not just the businesses. They was business as usual.
Yeah.
And so now it's get back time. Now the Democrats are in office. It's get back time. So they sent allegedly fake snow down in that region and bombed them people, messing up the agriculture, a whole bunch of stuff and things of that nature.
As we told you I should have closed or something like that.
No, they do this kind of stuff. Whoever's in power, they go, okay, now we in power, we gonna get back on that.
It's a bunch of different fights happening. I told you, and something came out about Cuomo, him trying to strong arm some reporter from talking about him. He said, "I will destroy you."
Yes. And Cuomo was able to keep that information until after the election was over.
Yeah.
He was able to keep under wraps what's going on in these nursing homes and what he did until after the election, as not to mess up the Democrats' run into the White House.
Yeah, I was telling you earlier, and I said that I think the amount of information that we're going to see that happened in the past, I want to say year and a half, maybe 2 years, of stuff that was sabotaging the sake of winning this election, or stuff that information that wasn't put out purposely in the sake of winning this election. It's gonna be crazy.
Absolutely.
Insane. Because I personally believe that last year, during the height of the lockdown and pandemic, that Democratic governors and mayors were purposely trying to sabotage their states to make Trump look worse.
At your expense.
At our expense, yeah.
See, the ends justify the means with the... So what's going to be the body count? Whatever. Just to purposely sabotage, to make him seem incompetent. It's really not that hard to do. If enough of them get together and say, well, we're going to close our states and we're going to inflate the numbers of the people who didn't close their states to make them look crazy. This is a war going on multiple levels, and you're just in the middle of it if you participate in it and with it.
That's a fact.
Yes.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, BX rapper Fred the Godson, he got a street named after him in the Bronx.
Yo, clap that up, son. Clap that up. That was quick how they did that.
And it's interesting because he didn't really get the shine as a mainstream artist while he was alive. So the fact that he got a street named after him, that's big, especially for his family. You know
that's very big for his family, and his children can look up and always see his name and know that his contributions, first of all, super dope lyricist.
Oh, he was nasty.
My
he was
Lord.
Nasty, yeah.
And the way it just was so easy to him that it was like, and how he got the name Fred the Godson is because when he was born, they said he didn't have a chance to make it. Like he was born with a whole bunch of afflictions and things of that nature. So that's why he chose the name, I must be God's son. You know what I mean? So shout out to Fred the Godson and his family. And I think that's really dope contribution that your children and your children's children can always look up and see, how people felt about you and your body of work.
Definitely.
Nah, big ups.
Somebody said Trump can't hide his taxes now. So a Supreme Court judge blocked Trump's attempt to block his financial statements and stuff getting out. And this is what I want to say. Why are we caring? Y'all got him out.
You got him out. He's done.
He's done. So why are we still caring? And what that tells me is that the Democrats are still trying to just deflect everything from what they're not doing, and what everything Biden said he was going to do, none of that happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been a month. But
but he said the day I'm coming in, the executive orders I'm signing is this.
And the ones he signed, and then he gave China access to our power grid.
China
here in America
bent him right over.
You know what I mean? Quickly.
Oh my God!
I think that's coinciding with what we're seeing. Like, why would you give China access to our power grids, and then coincidentally, we get these power outages in places like Texas? Interesting stuff. Yeah,
so like what you're gonna see, and pay attention to the media. They're gonna keep stringing you along with these Trump stories when he should not matter.
Right, because they have, first of all, Biden don't look presidential to me at all.
I keep forgetting he's the president.
That's my point. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. So they still have to so-called sell newspapers by keeping Trump's name alive the best way they can, so that they can continue to get you to tune in, because Biden looks bad. He don't look presidential. Where's Kamala?
True. Yeah.
Where's she?
Yeah.
All right.
She's walking on the checkered.
Oh, I saw her walking through the two beams, the two pillars on the checkered floor.
Yep.
Who took that picture?
Yeah, and it was crazy because I saw it, and that's immediately when my mind went.
Absolutely.
And then I checked the comments, and it was people going like, "Yo,
that's weird."
Yeah, like, "Well, okay,
that's weird." El Chapo's wife was arrested.
Oh yeah,
for selling drugs.
Yeah, and helping him escape prison the first time, I think.
Oh yeah, she's gangster. She's really
yeah. Because remember, they were interviewing her, and she was saying, or they were like pressing her, and she was saying she had no idea.
Yeah, she said, "I didn't know nothing."
Yeah.
So I don't know all the details, but they did arrest her.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they trying to probably find out where he got all that money stashed. He got bread stashed. Bread. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we'll see how that works.
Somebody asked, no talk about the market crash. Oh, well, we don't talk about the market crashing or the market dropping because we're not too versed in it. But what I will say is I read something about the guy who predicted the housing bubble, the one who the Big Short is based off of, he said that he believes that we are on the brink of a complete market crash because, and he cites that the fact that there's so many new investors that are able to come in at will because of these trading apps like Robinhood, Acorn, stuff like that, and and there's more access to do so without a middleman.
And what that means is it's lack of control.
Yes.
You know what I mean? The middleman provides control.
Right.
It provides a filter.
Right.
The gatekeepers. You have to come through us, and we regulate. Now with an app, everybody's just free for all, and it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because the awareness now for regular common folk. I'm having conversations with regular everyday people who's telling me they're investing, and you know what I mean, things of that nature. And I think that's a great thing because we are becoming aware. Now, anytime everybody is involved with something, you know that it's probably the end of that cycle of it.
Yeah.
Whenever you're the last one to show up, it's usually no food left at the party. All the real good drinks is gone. You know what I mean? So we're basically at the end of the party.
Yeah.
For some reason, people think we're at the beginning of this. We're not. So we have to tread carefully in our understanding so that we don't, you know.
What happened to Common Sense? He just did a video on what to do, being prepared if like Bitcoin and Ethereum crash, because again, I think Bitcoin fell like $9,000.
Yeah, 9,000. Yep.
Today, or something like that. So I would,
but Dogecoin is up. Don't ask me what that means. I don't know. I'm just looking at my app because I got my bread invested.
So I would say like watch videos or read books on preparedness, on like market crashing and things like that, because if you want to get in, you also want to know how to survive in that world as well. Absolutely.
You're listening to the sounds of urban
and gas is going up.
Oh, facts.
Thank you, Biden. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Since we blame Trump for everything, thank you, Biden.
Yeah, I'm about to start doing that.
Thank you.
You know what I had to do on Twitter? I had to mute the words Dr. Fauci, Anthony Fauci, Bill Gates. I had everything. Gates, everything.
Had to mute all that.
Yeah, on Twitter, so I don't see it, because they do the most Monday morning quarterbacking I've ever seen in my life. If a truck crashes on the highway, they say, well, he should have looked before he tried to change. Like, dude,
like no shit.
Yeah. He was in the news. I read an article in the Hill. He said weatherized power grids is what they should have had in Texas, or they wouldn't have went through this.
But why would they have that in Texas when the average degree is 60 degrees?
Dude, I heard it was like 70 degrees in Texas.
Yeah, that's my point. So they're not prepared for that. They're saying Texas has their own power grid. Absolutely. Texas has its own everything.
Yeah.
They're the Lone Star State for real. And remember, they wanted to secede and do their own thing. So it's interesting to see. Maybe this is retribution for those actions. Yep. Somebody said Trump looked presidential. No, he didn't either. But what I mean by that is you saw him more in the presidential aspect. When I see Biden, first of all, I don't get to see Biden, and when he do, he just looks a little lost. You gotta admit, he look a little lost. Even if he was talking shit, or at least I'm about to bomb these people, he just looks lost to me. He look like he don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah,
that's all. Somebody said I got doggone. That's what I'm saying, son. You know that. Kojak was bald, absolutely. He sure was.
So you watched the gangster hip hop gangster documentary?
I did. I watched. Me and wifey sat down and watched the hip hop.
I'll check it out.
Gangster. And I just was fascinated on how gangsters. These is real so-called certified gangsters who are sitting down telling their story, and without implementing themselves in anything particular. I still thought it was like, really, like Haitian Jack is gonna sit down and tell us.
Yeah, when you said he was in it, I was like, word?
Yeah. Trick out in Detroit. A Big U who still got to answer some things. Big Deb, who's Waka Flocka's mom's and her brother. And I thought it was good because it did show you the connection on the street element and what hip hop represented to them. Hip hop represents different things to different people. If you laundering money or you looking to get out of the street, hip hop became that avenue. If you an artist and creative, hip hop became that avenue. It's always been tied to the mafia and gangs because Levi Brothers and all them record labels was run by mobsters. My record label, B-Boy Records, was ran by Bill Camara and Jack, and they were into porn and a whole bunch of other stuff, underground stuff going on. And that's KRS-One's first label as well. So, just to hear their stories on how they, what possessed them to want to get into hip hop, and hip hop being the salvation for a lot of people. You know what I mean? So it was interesting to hear the story. But it's just real gangsters moving silent. So I was a little taken back by their disposition.
Blackestein 414 commented, "Y'all say y'all don't ride for Trump, but you haven't told one fact about what Biden has done. I'm just saying, if you MAGA, be MAGA, don't front." What I will say that Trump, what did Biden said he was going to do? He said he was going to cancel debts. Didn't do that. He said $2,000 stimulus checks. Didn't do that. Then he said $1,400 stimulus checks. That didn't happen yet either. What else did he say he was going to do? Stop putting kids in cages. Didn't do that either. What else he said he was going to do?
Oh, he said he was going to do a number of things.
Didn't do anything. Anything. Not for you specifically, Blackestein, especially not for black people.
Right.
So that's what we were talking about, and we said that's what we were talking about.
And well, let me help you. Biden's first month, $85 million on Rothian arms deal to Chile, $197 million Rothian missiles deal for Egypt, $240 million Rothian arms deal for the United States, $1.2 billion Rothian missile defense in talks, 0 stimulus checks have been cut, drone strikes in Somalia, built a new U.S. military base in Syria, sent thousands of troops to Yemen, Syria, and Iraq, froze price decrease plan on insulin. That was big because remember what Trump did do. He made that insulin pennies. And people who have diabetes. So your man put it back up to $700 a bottle. How about that? Canceled Keystone Pipeline. That pissed a lot of people off in that area who need that work. Killed thousands of jobs. Refunded Wuhan Institute of Virology. We just said that.
Talked about that.
Sent the World Health Organization $200 million. There's your boy.
Sent Israel some money. Yeah, a whole bunch of people some money, but you.
In 1 month's time. In 1 month. Okay.
And I rest my case.
Boom.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So Deion Sanders had his first game as a head coach,
and he blew him out.
Yeah,
51-0.
Why is he playing games? I'm confused though.
That's it's a spring tournament. It's not.
Okay.
It's not the full.
Gotcha.
It's like a little.
Malcolm was confused.
Yeah, spring tournament. And then when he got back to his locker room, they stole his wallet, his watch,
and his phone,
and all of that. That's a true HBCU.
He got it back though.
And niggas don't give a fuck who you are. You out in the game.
Yeah, he got it back though.
And that's a bad feeling. I told you they got me like that. I was modeling.
Oh.
And I go out to do my model thing, and I come back and I'm broke.
Yeah.
Niggas like going out there, yeah, have a good time.
Nah, that hurts.
Yeah, they get you.
Right. But shouts out to Deion Sanders.
Shout out to Deion Sanders. He did get his stuff back. Yeah. I think he's gonna be great for the HBCUs. So other people can maybe follow the trend. So definitely shout out Deion Sanders. Prime time
show. So there was this somebody sent me this article and I found it on BBC Science. An endangered ferret was cloned from a specimen frozen for 30 years and they brought it back to life.
So
they cloned it.
They cloned it and they brought it back to life. Okay, yeah.
This was something that was endangered, and they brought the species. They bring the species back. So that's the plot for Jurassic Park.
It is,
isn't it? Right?
But they've been cloning since the 40s.
Yeah, true.
All of this stuff that we think is new stuff. Come on, guys. We have to expand our consciousness and understand half of the things you think you see are not real. And these are actors up in Hollywood. Shit, Biden might be a goddamn actor. All of these people, all of this stuff, landing on Mars, and you hearing the wind, and all this old bullshit. I ain't buying none of it.
Oh, that's what they said?
You can actually hear it.
In the video.
Yeah, you can hear the video.
Okay.
So it's dope if that's what you into.
Okay.
You be like, wow. Ooh.
We were watching a throwback clip of Cat Williams from 2012.
Yes.
And he was talking about them finding 16 super Earths, and he was like, yo, they trying to leave us.
And they trying to leave us here.
Yeah.
He was talking that shit back then, 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was at the New Year's Eve of 2011 coming into 2012. You know that I miss Cat Williams, bro.
Yeah.
I really do, man. I miss his comedy.
I think when it comes to comedy, when we get the same style for too long, we forget what makes comics great. You know what I'm saying? They have a different style. They have different, cadences. Because like right now, I felt like I've memorized Kevin Hart's cadence and style to the T at this point. Like I know when he's about to give a punchline. Even Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Even Dave Chappelle.
But Dave Chappelle is just a little clever.
Yeah.
He's a little bit more clever with his shit. So I'm gonna put this in the chat. Somebody asked me for the link to see if I can paste that to you.
Okay.
I'm not very techie. I think I did. All right. It's in there.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So today is from the founder of 5% Nation of Gods and Earths.
Clarence 13X.
His birthday.
Today's his birthday. Clap that up.
Yeah.
And it's Dr. J's birthday.
Yes.
You know what I mean? The original GOAT.
Yeah.
All right, clap that up for Dr. J. Clarence 13X, when he left the nation, came directly to the streets, and was taking the teachings of Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm and them and adding a little street sauce to them and letting the black man know that he was God. That's the first place I ever heard any such rhetoric. Not even rhetoric, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That the possibility that the black man was God was from the nation of gods and earth at the time called the 5%ers. My mother was a 5%er and my dad. My dad's name was Tumar and my mother was his moon. So now they don't even use those terms.
Yeah.
That's how far back that shit go. Now you call the woman the earth.
Yeah.
My mother was his moon. And I believe my wife's dad was also a 5%er. And your mom's was his moon. Mecca. Her name was Mecca. Clap that up. We go back, bro. We go back. So shout out, the nation of gods and earth. Clarence 13X. Putting that in. Absolutely. So let's get some questions in here.
Yeah, let's take some questions, guys.
And feel free to hammer me about some things I said. This is your moment to get at me because I never take any of this stuff personal. Yeah, did y'all talk about Grizel Maxwell saying Epstein had tapes of Trump and Clinton? Absolutely.
We spoke about that last week.
We did.
She said, remember that she wasn't trying to put some of the stuff out on Trump because she wanted Hillary to win the election.
So they didn't put it out on Bill.
Didn't put it out on Bill.
Right. But she could have put the stuff out on Trump if she really wanted to.
What if they was in the same place?
That's true. All of them were on Epstein's in his file and had been to that island. And we're not exonerating Trump from any of that because the same people, he hung out with the same crowd. That's the thing that was baffling me, how everybody turned against him like this was the most vile man ever. And I'm like, wait a minute, I just seen all the rappers, all the actors, all the politicians, y'all all hung out together. And so this has to be some kind of performance everybody's putting on. All of it.
Yep.
All of it.
What else? Let's take some questions, guys.
Let's take some questions.
Somebody said Kevin Hart's not funny. Okay.
He has a moment or two. Nothing really. A
lot. His most recent stuff have no rewatchability.
Right. Once you got through it,
it's just kind of.
He's safe. He's safe. And comedians, I'm from an era where comedian, had the reign of the, to add everything in it. The gesture, the Joker can even clown on the king.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why the Joker was the one that was very prominent because it's the one who would get very close to the king. And usually drug the king was the goddamn clown or the goddamn Joker or the gesture.
Somebody said, Blackacine says, so you can read headlines. Cool. I don't care for either one. We said we didn't care for either one. People.
Yes, don't give that noise.
Yeah, people hear what they want to hear. And that's one of the first things I've learned once we started doing this podcast.
Yes. People hear what they want to hear.
Definitely. I was just like, what?
Herschel Walker is not 5%.
Herschel Walker is
he's not a 5
coon.
Yeah, he's 100% coon, tell you that. Elon Musk plans on having Mars populated with a colony fully by 2050. I can believe that. Corey Holcomb and Tony Roberts are funny as hell. Facts.
Oh, yeah.
Tony Roberts is funny as shit.
Yeah.
And Corey Holcomb has his own style.
Yeah.
Very funny. Very funny.
What else we got, guys? What else? Oh, yeah, New York movie theaters opening up in March. Like, I think 25%, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I might go if it stays at 25%. I can go right up, get my popcorn, go right and sit, and nobody's sitting next to me. I might go for that.
Yeah.
You know, for the surround sound aesthetics.
Yeah.
Yep.
I might go there to see Mortal Kombat.
Yep. Malcolm, you mentioned building company to sell it. How you feel if new owners do a 360 with your company threatening its integrity?
So you have to think about that when you, again, consider selling.
Right.
That's why, because if I don't plan on selling, then I don't have to worry about it. If I plan on selling, then they could take your company and do what they want to do. Whatever they want to do with it.
Yeah, and the 360 deal is the standard deal now.
No, just do a 360 and what this company stands for. That's
okay, got you. Absolutely.
So say we, like, black company and, and then all of a sudden Urban X is doing something wild. You know what I mean?
No, this is a father and son podcast, right? And we're gonna try to grow it because I want to be able to get in and get a seat. And this should really be clacking in. Boy.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
He got a little voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And until we get tired of this shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing my prison time, my earth time, and I'm out. God damn it, this earth shit is getting hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, people are losing their goddamn minds.
Yeah. Somebody said thoughts on, I think, Lakeith Stanfield and Charlamagne the God. Your thoughts?
I don't know who they are.
Lakeith Stanfield, Charlamagne the God.
Who the fuck is that?
Oh, now you don't.
I know who Charlamagne the God is. I don't know who Lakeith.
The one who played Judas.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what his name was. I apologize.
Yeah, the one who played Judas.
Well, I think there's something there. You know what I mean? Charlamagne threw some shots.
Yeah, but what's happening is, and you
talk about my man played that role so well.
Yeah.
Like he was born to play it.
It always looks worse when you're responding to something and it looks like you're the crazy one. So right now, Lakeith looks like he's the crazy one.
Gotcha.
And he has handled a couple things the wrong way. He put a gun to his picture and he posted that, like, you don't do that.
Right.
I won't say that there is nothing there like that he shouldn't be mad at either.
Gotcha.
Because Charlamagne, he does get on his,
his platform and does what he does. Why didn't you debate on Sonetta, Black Dot? What do you mean debate on Sonetta?
Why didn't you debate?
I don't debate people. I don't have time for that. I do not have time for any of that. Dot and Malcolm, do y'all see that Cornel West is getting denied
tenure at Harvard, right?
Really?
Yeah, he is.
Wow, why is that?
I don't know. I'm not sure, but Harvard should want him. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
He's an academic.
Absolutely. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I don't know all the details about that kind of stuff. Yep.
Pro tip, Malcolm, try to remain objective. I try, man, and never take things too personal. I try.
Yeah, he's got some work to do.
Yeah, I do. I'm not gonna lie. I do.
Some of the shit people call me, I be like, wow, that was funny, Oh, you just
I don't like when we say one thing and then
you reinterpret it and
another one. I'm like,
put your own spin on it.
I'm like, we literally did not say that.
Right. That's
the only time I used to reply to everything, but that's the only thing I kind of just reply to.
Like, if I did not say that, don't say I said that.
Yeah, and I don't like, I don't like either. I don't like when people who, and this happens more often than you think, say something just so we can reply, and then as soon as we reply, oh snap, I didn't think you would reply. Like, yeah,
we do. That's the beautiful thing about having a very small audience, that we can get, kind of know each other and things of that nature. Yeah. Godfrey is funny as hell. Yes. Absolutely.
He is, yeah.
Me and wifey went to see him right before the pandemic kicked in last year, and my ribs were hurting real bad.
Yeah, he is. Have you ever watched Black Mirror? Yeah.
Yeah, we used to watch Black Mirror. I haven't seen any of the new episodes.
They didn't. I don't think they put out any new episodes.
Yeah, but we watched
episodes like that. It seems like technology is catching up to those episodes quicker than
before. Yeah. Did y'all recall Rockford Files show? Yes, starting with James Gardner. Absolutely. I used to watch the Rockford Files.
I don't know that.
Much Ado. Why didn't you debate on Sonnet? I don't know why you keep asking me that. I don't debate people. Sonnet is my people. And Sonnetta's platform is for debating. I don't do any of that. I don't have time for any of that. I'm not going to debate nobody on nothing. Charlemagne the Fraud was saying he was born with snitch tendencies. Yeah, that's him taking a shot at homie. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Charlemagne's corny. Okay.
Has anybody seen Irritated Genie? Can't find him anywhere these days. That's a good point. Usually I'd see some videos of something of him. I haven't. Why should he debate anyone? Yeah, thank you.
Somebody said, hold on. Love your show, Dot and Malcom. I'm from the BX. I'm in South Carolina. Y'all remind me so much of my relationship with me and my son. God bless.
That's dope. That's dope. To you. That's dope. Y'all should start a podcast.
Shouts out to you.
Because there's people out there need to see these images and, things of that nature. And don't worry about where it's going to be. Just start it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And get the ball on the track. Y'all find things in common to talk about. Malcolm is half my age, so his upbringing and how he sees things is different. That's why I let him do all the driving over here, and I'll just sprinkle some sauce on it.
Somebody said, Nick P said, I don't have a question. I just want the Hulk back.
Yes.
Yeah, you will. You
can get that Hulk back.
Yeah, but we've been trying, especially this month, man. We just been.
No, this month has been a killer.
Yeah, all orders.
When I tell you, we really working like slaves in here to get these orders out to everybody in a timely fashion. Yes, it's been tough.
Yeah.
Things will get back to normal once March kicks in, and and speaking of sale. Put the clock up because y'all running out of time.
Shouts out to the people who have participated in our 28 for 28 Black History Month sale.
Y'all running out of time. Y'all down to 6 days.
Yeah, listen.
And once this thing hit midnight, y'all down to 5 days.
Yeah. Listen.
You got your eye on something.
And we're not, because usually, like last year and I think the year before, the people who got their order in, like who didn't catch that weekend,
we extended it a little bit.
A couple days.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing.
I don't want to see another hoodie. No disrespect.
That's a fact.
Another hat, hoodie. I'm good. I'm good.
That is a fact.
Is Sue Surf a legend? I guess in the field of battle rap, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, Malcolm, I'll defer to you.
Yeah, I would say so. He has a lot of losses that people just let skate by.
Okay.
Like he lost against.
That don't mean you're not a legend.
No, fact. Especially you don't realize the gap between talent until new people start to come in. You like, oh, this dude is trash.
Got you.
And then you realize, like, yo, these dudes
were seasoned.
You realize these dudes were top tier for a reason.
Right. They were seasoned at what it is that they do.
Right. But we're not going to ignore the L's he took. He lost against DNA. He lost against who else he lose against? He lost against Charlie Clips. He got
that's not nothing to sneeze at. Charlie Clips is crazy.
He lost against Big T. In a real small room too. It was just a few of them in the room. He lost against him too. He lost recently. Who did he lose against? Recently.
I'm not sure.
Damn, I gotta. Yeah.
Is Beyonce alive? I'm assuming she is.
Yeah, she just put up a new picture. You seen the butt?
No, how butt look?
Yeah, it look nice.
She got a new butt done?
Yeah, it had to be. I never seen that before.
Okay, all right. Shout out to Beyonce. And I will do some investigating.
As you
Not
should.
that I want to look at her ass.
We have a job. We have a platform.
That's
to
it.
Talk about these
strictly
things.
as a part of the platform.
Just research. You know what I'm saying?
I need to research Beyonce's ass. Yeah.
Somebody said I donated to FDMG. Was I scammed? No, you weren't scammed because that was a donation. You didn't.
No, you
donated to him.
You donated to him because you believe in it. See, what he chooses to do with that is on him. If you made a donation in good faith because you truly believe something great can happen, then there's no fault in that. If you continue to donate,
and if you're expecting anything like
then that's gonna be on you.
Yeah, that's on you.
Yeah, that's on you. If you continue, if I can remix the hustle and just keep selling you the same hustle, then that's really on you.
Somebody, King Kirby said, "That is a slacker. You ain't getting that Hulk." Listen. He is. He's gonna give you the Hulk. We're gonna make him, but there's gonna be something attached to that soon.
Yeah,
soon. We're not gonna talk about it now.
I mean, if you have something very important you need to talk to me about, inbox.
Yeah,
I will. I do that from time to time. If you got something you gotta get off your chest, I'll answer you. Yeah.
Somebody said that I Am hoodie came in today. Appreciate y'all. Shouts out to you. Thank you for supporting.
Yes. Love it when a plan comes together. What do y'all like about Bobby Shmurda? I don't like anything about Bobby Shmurda. It's not my generation. And my connection to hip hop will allow me to peek in on what young people is doing, so that if I'm talking to young people, I at least know what I'm talking about. But that's not my music. You know what I mean? That's a younger generation's thing. Received a burgundy hoodie today. Ooh, Blackish Urban X. Ooh, that's gonna be mean on you, sis.
Somebody says, "Can we please let rap hip hop go? What has it done for us lately?" So, if you're expecting hip hop to change mindsets, to change, circumstances in our communities, I think you are. I don't know what you're waiting for. It's not happening. But
however,
there's music changes the way people feel. Like, it changes the way. So rap does have a place in society.
Yes. Teach, young man, teach.
I wouldn't just throw hip hop out completely.
No, the music is usually the soundtrack to what it is that we're going through at this particular time. Now, I'm always distinguishing what hip hop is from rap music. You know what I mean? Two different things. And what we're talking about, hip hop has the potential, to empower, to uplift, to have some positive messages. Rap also has the potential, but rap is more mainstream, so it's usually to keep young people distracted on dancing and partying and having a good time. That's what young people do. Young people dance, party, and have a good time. Elder people or older people go, when when I grow up, I put childish things away, and now I got to think about raising my babies. I got to think about opening up a small business. I have to think about protecting my family. And I do think attributes of hip hop still exist, which preach and talk about these kind of things, if that makes any sense.
I hear you.
Yeah.
What else we got, guys? What other questions?
Somebody said that's not Beyonce or Jay lookalikes. Look real good. Okay, I don't want to get into all of that. I really pull my shoulder out. Shit'll get crazy. He lost to Loaded Lux.
He did lose to Lux.
Well, that's nothing to be.
Yeah, he choked against Lux.
No, that's nothing to be ashamed about. Yeah, Lux. Yeah. Lux is the monster. Him and Mook, man. They're on the next level with.
Yeah, I'm still mad that Lux lost that second battle against Mook like that. It was bad.
Yeah, I don't know what frame of mind he was in at the time, because he looked like when Mook took it back to the rooftop, that it threw him off or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
And remember, he was
Thank you for the super chat.
I thought he went too far with the characters. Remember?
Yes.
Because the first one he did the funeral
director. Yeah.
The second one he did the Black Panther against Hollow, and this one he tried to be Mitch. He tried to be Rich, a reporter.
Yeah.
And I was just like, just battle, you know what I mean?
Right, it adds an element, but he's good enough to just kill you.
Yeah.
So.
What else we have, guys? He does have a building. He doesn't have a school.
He has a building, not a school.
Not a school. What else we got? Shouts out to Rhythm and Views.
Shout out to Rhythm and Views, absolutely. Not making up comments.
Nah, so I think our comment section is slow.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. We're a little slow.
Yeah. What else we got, guys?
Somebody said FDMG is going to be a record label.
That's funny. Did you keep up with the dossier?
No, I stopped watching after a while. But I need to check it out. Send out some love to Gene Deal, because I heard he had the COVID or something, and he was in the hospital fighting. But I heard he's home now, So shout out Gene Deal, who doesn't know me, but I just wanted to shout him out.
And Hello said, can I draw an Urban X comic for y'all? That'll be tough. DM us.
Yeah, DM us. That'll be tough.
And, let us know what your prices is and whatnot.
Yes, that'll be tough.
That'll be tough.
Absolutely. Make sure I am a superhero. Yeah.
What else we got, guys?
Shea butter will be back in stock soon. We have our
we ran out
connection in Africa.
Oh man,
takes a long time for them to get it here.
I was trying to steal some.
Yeah. So that'll be back in stock very soon with the shea butter. All right, I think it's time to get out of here.
Yeah, guys. With that being said,
this is a nice Monday show.
Yes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget to visit shopurbanx.com to participate in the 28 for 28 sale.
Yes.
Don't forget to subscribe to the blog at urbanx.nyc. And if you want to advertise with us, email us at sales@urbanx.nyc.
Absolutely.
And add us on IG and Twitter, urbanx_NYC.
Yes.
And with that being said, peace.
Peace.